Hello and welcome back. Today I will be watching Maydecember. I am excited to watch this because this is my first time watching it. This movie was directed by Todd Haynes. I don't know if I've seen a lot of his work. I haven't seen Dark Waters, but I heard a lot about it. I've seen Carol. All I know about this movie so far is that it is loosely based on Mary Kay Letourneau's life. I'm really kind of glad that I don't know too much information. I mean, I know about the real case. I don't think this movie is like exactly the story. It's not a biopic. So I'm expecting a kind of a new story. So enough talking. Let's get started. Ooh, there is about to be some serious acting in this. I did hear that Charles Melton did an amazing job in this. So I have high expectations.
It's quaint. How's your day?
This is quaint to her. Excuse me.
Honey, can you take the plate?
Just you. Already.
Charlie!
They have kids. Personally, if I was the parent to that teenage boy, you would never catch my son around this. I love the cinematography of this movie.
God, I knew it.
What is it?
It's a box of SHIT.
Well deserved. He looks like a baby. I think I do like the direction of this character. It's nice to see a character who needs to understand. Me personally, as the viewer, I've already made up my mind, but I would like to know more.
Fresh. You.
Looks like he wants some fresh meat, like his. Oh my God. You are only crying because you're so scared of how you will be perceived. Because she's already pissing me off. This is going to be a very hard watch.
I see.
Beautiful ladies.
People like this like to do a lot of community work to clean up their image while still being the manipulative narcissist that they are.
The past weighs on me. Decisions I've made or relationships.
Girl, are you expecting her to just dig deep on the first conversation? You just arrived.
Did you ever consider leaving town? Why should we be the ones to leave? Do you remember when you first met?
When he was 5 and I was changing his diaper. I just looked at that little 5-year-old and I just said, you are so hot. And it was love ever since.
In the neighborhood at the time, yes. And my son Georgie was in the same year as Joe.
Son, this is not the love story she thinks it is. His body language is so uncomfortable.
The pet store looking for a job.
It was summer after 6th grade.
Seventh.
7th grade?
We're basically the same age.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm 36.
First of all, she's like, he's kind of fine.
Better than that stuff. All right. Get home safe.
She's got that man on a tight leash.
She doesn't seem to carry around any shame or guilt.
0.
We had a great family, I thought.
Oh, she was married. Interesting.
A 36-year-old woman have an affair with a 7th grader.
Do you understand how young a 7th grader looks? Freshmen in high school look like babies. A middle school 7th grader does not look like an adult man. Now, sometimes when I drive by college campus and I see freshmen, I'm like, oh my God, you look very, very young. And I am 37. Me, 37, going to go look at a 7th grader and saying, oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. It's crazy. And she should be in jail for life.
I heard you saw Tom. I could see how being in a relationship with him would be isolating.
People like this, you have to tell them what they want to hear if you want them to open up to you.
I want to commend you for being so brave and showing your arms like that. Not care about these unrealistic beauty standards. You're different than me.
Don't know why I'm making this connection, but there's just something about her mannerism that's giving me goop.
You like it?
Oh, I love it. Very.
Made the poor girl cover her arms.
I'd like to see the stockroom.
The thing about being a method actor is she's gonna need the real thing so she can really feel the character.
Nature boards and all these blocks, and we found
That text wasn't her. Okay, Joe.
live mice.
5 foot, 13 years old, and I'm with
Ugh.
coast to coast.
Yeah, close that. This is gonna be hard. The movie is doing such a freaking amazing job at reminding us how young this man was. His son, he's probably around this age.
I must say, you evoke her.
I don't know if that's much of a compliment.
What specifically?
You seem dead inside also.
She was in denial, you would say?
Oh, absolutely. She.
Seems like she still is.
It's bleeding everywhere. And all this happened like right before my birthday.
But Georgie's fucked up.
She seems to be pretty well liked in the neighborhood, and she's busy with her baking and.
I checked the names on those orders. It's kindness.
Like, how come she gets so much grace? Where is Joe's grace?
An empty nest.
Ruined the relationship with this poor man and his daddy.
A Juilliard-educated actor has sat in this theater.
Oh, Juilliard. That explains the method acting. Like, I really hope you get an Oscar after all this. This is a lot of effort. Not Natalie Portman, Elizabeth, the character. Everyone I'm talking about is just, these are the movie people.
It's the moral gray areas that are interesting, right?
She's like, are you talking about my mama?
Why would you want to play someone who you think is a bad person?
Because your mom's a pedophile, honey. Okay? Or Joe is depressed.
It's hard to tell what you actually think about all this.
I think you have a very nice family.
She has done a really good job of not coming off judgmental in order to get the information she needs from them. Because they're not going to open up to her if she goes there judging them, which, as we see hints of it when she's alone, she does do. I am happy to know the character doesn't agree with what's going on.
I wanted it.
Okay. If you say so. Oh my God.
And understand more. Maybe it's more easier for you.
For me?
Yeah. For you. Because you did something wrong. You.
So good.
He's groomed. So it's sad to watch.
As your wife.
Very much alike, you two.
Because the kids, they're cute, but not like sexy enough.
I think you need to come home.
I think it's time for a break from this project. It's so funny because we are seeing her become Gracie.
Oh, I missed you.
Who's this? Oh, okay. So I think the older daughter just arrived. Okay, good. More characters to see the madness unfold. This scene is just showing that he never got to experience being a teenager.
Joe's been with more women than I have men.
Is that right?
I had only been with Tom. But Joe had been with 2 girls before me.
You trying to show that you're some sort of 40-year-old virgin. The movie just lightly touched on how he lost his mom. You took advantage of that. So you, through being a new mother figure, came and groomed this poor boy who, oh, yeah, he had so much more experience than I. Be honest with yourself.
I was very sheltered.
Poor Elizabeth has to just, okay, yeah, you're sure. I'm sure you had your reasons.
Peace is being with you.
The assignment was, what is peace?
You were his teacher, a loving mother figure in his life. This level of delusion is so scary. It's and there are many people out there who are like this.
Creating a bad memory for you in real time, but I can't help it.
We're connecting, Dad. It's okay.
It is so f***ed up what she did to him. No. It's not right.
Because that's what my mother got me when I graduated from high school. And you try going through life without a scale and see how that goes.
When you take a Karen and you just sprinkle some goop, you have Gracie.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Grandma.
Tom,
Okay, I think we'll head over to our table.
Awkward.
That my children would love me. And my life would be perfect.
And here she is. She's about to victimize herself because she feels like she doesn't like how she's being perceived.
I'm a little naive.
I am naive.
Her older brothers
What?
started when she was 12.
It doesn't excuse what she did, but I kind of had a feeling.
What if, in exchange for my memories, my consultation,
But now I feel like, does that mean he was making up that whole thing about the brothers just to try and get an in?
stop and
Could you? Do you have a second?
Does she really want this, or is she also being manipulative just to feel the character, just to feel what Gracie felt? That was 1 minute, Joe.
have you ever done that before?
Yeah. It feels like he got stuck in time. Like the year she groomed him, he was just stuck in that time. And he hasn't been able to mature past that because she's so hovering. And he has like no sexual experience apart from Gracie. Gracie dried up. And I'm not talking about dried up because of her age. I'm talking about dried up because of soulless, empty Gracie, who gives him nothing. Look at this gorgeous man. He was supposed to be having a good time in his 20s. So he would be able to not last 1 minute. Poor Joe.
Grace, Elizabeth, I think.
The line is getting blurred.
Then what was this about?
This is just what grown-ups do.
Yeah.
Just been remembering things.
Come and sit by me.
No.
What if I was too young?
You seduced me. Who was the boss? Who was in charge?
What?
Who was the boss?
You. This is the only time I am going to refer to the real story. Real clip of Mary when she's being interviewed.
Discussion. He's the child.
Who was
I'm
the
talking
boss?
about you.
Who was the boss? Who was the boss?
So it's not a biopic, but pretty damn close.
Why can't we talk about it? We're really as in love as we say we are?
You know, Joe is unraveling. Gracie is unraveling. Their whole relationship is unraveling because it's built on lies.
The hope is that we can keep our secrets long enough until at least we're in no danger from the law.
Natalie Portman is an incredible actress. Wow.
Heading to the airport now.
You didn't think that disgusting brother thing was real.
What?
I think the movie wants us to question if it's true or not. It's most likely true, her obvious personality disorder, but it could also just not be true, and that could just be how she is.
I'm secure. Make sure you put that in there.
It's crazy.
I think we got it.
Wait, can we do it again, please?
Wow. A woman obsessed. The writer did an incredible job of saying just enough without saying too much. It was good. I think the movie did a really good job of showing just how manipulative Gracie is without making it too obvious. And they did a really good job on showing the unraveling of Joe, the realization that he was groomed. So I do feel like they touched it just for like a second. Someone like Gracie, in my opinion, she was able to convince people, including her community, that it wasn't a big deal because he's brown. And, you know, there's a sexualization that happens with brown kids, black kids. He seduced me. He was so mature. This is something that happens a lot. They didn't dive in as deep as I felt like they should have, but I guess that wasn't the purpose of the movie. But I do think like they could have expanded more on that. But maybe they also wanted to leave a lot of the stuff up for our own interpretation. It is time for Rotten Tomatoes. Let's go to the reviews. Okay. Critics gave this movie 92%. Audience gave this movie 72%. I am going to go with the audience. I feel like it's a 70 to 75%. Acting was incredible. Cinematography, the music choice was really good. It really set the tone. So I do think like some scenes dragged on. I know they wanted to create suspense, but I do think, some scenes dragged on a little bit, just a little bit, but apart from that, this movie it's really good. I don't really have 3 recommendations because this isn't a movie I've seen before. Please feel free to comment below. Let me know, did you like this movie? What did you think of the Gracie character? Do you think the actors did a good job? And what did you think of the Joe character? Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next movie.